And let's repeat the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Our invocation for today is given by Paulette Klein.
Hello, everyone. Okay, can you hear me? I'm going to start with a word from the Seneca Nation, Gano Nayag. The Haudenosaunee traditionally open and close their community and ceremonial gatherings by reciting the Gano Nayag, or Thanksgiving address. They are the words that come before all else. The words of the address may change, but each follows a pattern from earth to sky to the creator. Each of the Gano Nayag's many verses is an expression of love and appreciation for all parts of the natural world. It serves to bring our minds together as one. We love, greeting, and thanks to all gathering here. We have been live in harmony with all living things and, and to share our knowledge and all of our beautiful culture and ceremonies. We are responsible that our cycle continues from elders to our children. Now our minds are at one. We give greetings and thanks to our mother, the earth, who continues to provide for us. The women and mother earth are one. Givers of life. Now our minds are at one.
Thank you very much, Paulette. So as always, we give many thanks to our Rotary Years recorders and the communications committee for all that you do to help keep our club informed. Does one mic work better than the other? Okay. June 15th is a literacy committee meeting, Zoom meeting from 12 to 1. June 16th is a board of directors meeting at 8 a.m. at the Gebby. June 23rd, is the ribbon cutting for the Jamestown sign at noon. All Rotarians, yes, all Rotarians are invited. But I will say this, what I met with Dan Stone and we were talking about the ribbon cutting. We ask that you please do not park at the McMobile, as it's called, because it's a busy time for them and there's not much parking. Dan is working with Lakeview Cemetery, so we can park. There's a back entrance right across the street. We can park there, or I would encourage you to use the park and ride just on the other side of the I-86. And please arrange to do this, you know, to meet up with other Rotarians there and go to the 12 noon ribbon cutting. So yeah, because we don't want to bother businesses on their very busy noon hour, either Bob Evans or the McMobile. So So please, this is we won't have a Rotary meeting next week, so please talk with people at your table, talk with your friends, and let's make sure we have carpools going. June 24th is the Pendergast Library Community Block Party from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is a wonderful, they're going to be dedicating a new meeting area for Jim Roselli. And there's going to be story times, lawn games, summer reading information, food trucks, book sale. So at the patio dedication, we are setting up a Rotary table. This is Diana Meckley is helping to coordinate this, but we want to have exchange people and information there. We want to have membership people and information there. And so we need some volunteers to man to be at the table. And if you could help us out there, please give Diana a call or email. June 26th is our annual recognition dinner. It'll be John's last official work as president, and he's had a marvelous presidential year, and he deserves a huge turnout to thank him for the wonderful work he's done. So I hope that most everyone is planning to attend this at Moonbrook. You can either talk to Michelle or you can go online to register. The online register is active. So please do that. Anything else on that, Michelle? That cover it? Okay, sorry. Golf. This is also really the last meeting before we are going to have golf on July 17th, because there will be no meeting July 3rd. There's no meeting next week, and then the next in June 26th is the president's recognition dinner. So please, I've put out on your tables, there's sponsor forms and golfing forms. I talked to Mike Bird this morning. We really need golfers. So if you know anyone who likes to golf and loves Rotary and would like to support Rotary, please take a form. They're also on our website. We are asking that every Rotarian do something to help with the golf tournament. It's our major fundraiser, has been for many years. And so we really need everyone to step up to the plate, whether it's golfing, finding people who would golf, finding sponsors, you know, a business that you know and love, go in and ask them if they'd be willing to sponsor. Their sponsor forms on the tables and also on our website. So it's a wonderful opportunity to talk to people about all the things we do at Rotary. So we ask that you either golf, find some golfers, find some sponsors, or maybe find some items that we can raffle or do in the 50-50 or make baskets with. So please, the form, where's the form now? The form is going around. David? Yes. Mike, did you? Wait a minute. Yeah, let's give somebody the mic. Let's give somebody the mic here. Mike, the mic.
Thank you. So we have a registration table, and at that registration table, we participate in several different events. So 50-50, self-explanatory. Mulligans. My team can buy one additional shot on the golf course if I buy a mulligan. So if I want a do-over, I get a do-over if I buy them. Okay. Skins. Skins is the best score on any one hole for that team. So if my team is the only one that makes a 3 on a hole, then I get the skin money. So it's a participation for golfers that are golfing in the event. What you need to do is sit at the registration table and mark off with all the list of all the golfers, who's in the skins and who's in the mulligans. Because if they're not in and they get the 3, they don't get the money. Does that make sense? So the primary reason we need volunteers when we're starting the event is to sit behind the counter, take people's money, let them know what hole they're starting on, and direct them accordingly. And the Moonbrook staff will be there at Moonbrook. They do an amazing job. They'll have bag boys for the bags. This is on autopilot. This isn't our first one, but we would love for you to sign up and come. So at the putting green, we have a putting contest and we all putt from the same hole. Okay. Oh, you're talking about closest to the pin on one of the holes. Okay. So there is a putting competition. So every golfer putts from the same spot to the same hole, and the closest one, which is probably the one that makes it, is going to win that prize. That's a raffle thing. Trust me, there'll be plenty of people there that know all about these games and can help do anything, give you any direction that needs to be given. Okay. Yep. Great. Your point is very well taken. The success of this golf tournament is determined by every single member of the Jamestown Rotary Club. This is not a group of 10 or 20 that are going to go out and try and raise $7,000 or $10,000 for the club. We need every single person to participate in one way or another. Contact the golf committee if you have a question. I'm not on it.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, Mike Bird or Kathy Birch or Max Eimiller or, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, please, we are asking that everyone do something. So, does anybody else have, any committee chairs have an announcement?
The 50-50 signups and the greeters list is going around. Again, that's a very easy way to serve Rotary. I'm not sure what table it's at. Would you please keep that going? It's the beginning of our new year. Although I also want to say, I think I have the 10th. So there is one meeting before the golf tournament. Yes? Okay. Thank you.
I'm just quickly saying what I said last week, only a little nicer. If you haven't given to Rotary Foundation yet this year, we have to get it in by June 30th. So the check is made out to the Rotary Foundation. No, what is it? Is that right? No, not RCJCSF. Rotary International, your check is made out to that and it's sent to Chicago. If you want to know the address, it's on our website. But this is part of the goals of John's year to reach those goals. So if you haven't given for your birthday yet, please do it in the next few days so that it gets marked in for this year.
Hi there. I'm Sherry. I'm the Sherry Krell, in case you don't know. I'm the, what am I? I'm the chair of the Youth Services Committee. Yes, and I'm really here. I'm here for a couple of reasons. First of all, I have a couple of guests today, Esme and her mom, Kira Hind, are here. They came down from Brantford. And Esme is our outbound for next year. We were lucky enough that Brantford had someone extra, and we got lucky enough to have Esme. And I got to meet her when we went to Niagara on the Lake a little bit, and she came in last night with her mom, just specifically to come meet you guys. And they stayed here, and I think the kids went to the comedy center and had some time, and Esme has found out where she's going, which happens to be Denmark. So Yoa was able to give her some information. Esme, I have something for you. This is for you to take on your trip so that you can present it to anyone that you come across that you feel like the club that you're visiting or whatever. These are our banners, and you'll take them and then you'll give them to your club and any place else that you present with, so that you have that to represent us. So we're really happy that you're here. I turn around. Sure. And she has her, we're glad to have you. She has her jacket on. So she's collecting buttons for her jacket too. I did want to say too, that when I went to Niagara on the Lake, I found out that there was only one US club sending a student next year. Only one. All the jackets were red. There was only one blue jacket, and it was a girl from Fredonia, Dunkirk, that's going out. So we're recruiting now for exchange students for the next year. So if you know anybody that's interested, please let me know. I'd like to send some more blue jackets abroad. And then I would like to welcome my friend Yoa. Sorry, I'm taking up too much time of your meeting. This is Yoa's last meeting today. He won't be with us because he's leaving on a trip to go out west to San Francisco and go camping with some other students. So Yoa, this is for you to give your club when you go back. Luckily, I remembered that you were supposed to have that. So Yoa will still be in the States. I think he wants to take our picture. So anyways, thank you for being with us. Thank you for all of you that have spent time with Yoa. I did want to let you know there's still a couple more opportunities. Yoa needs a ride, and I sent an email to the committee this morning with the wrong date. He needs a ride this Friday to Buffalo, to Jill Norton's house. I can provide the address. It's West Ferry Street, because he's flying out to San Francisco on Saturday. He would like to be there between 2 and 3. That's a pretty specific request. So if that can't be done, we still need to get him there. He wants to meet one of the other students that he won't get to see. All of the exchange students are not going on this trip, just a few of them are. And then they're going to be flying to San Francisco on Saturday. So if you can drive him, I'm going to have company, so I can't do it. If anybody can drive him to Buffalo on Friday, not Thursday, like my email said, he needs a ride. I think we've secured a ride for him back. He's coming back to Jamestown on the 3rd, late in the evening. I believe the chemist had said that they would bring him back. And he'll still be in town until that Saturday. I think it's the 8th. The Friday after the 4th, I don't have the number in my head. I think it's the 7th or the 8th. The 7th, we're going to have just a picnic at our house in Asheville. I'll send out more information. It'll be a chance to say goodbye. And, you know, it's been great to meet you. So see you again soon. Anyways, so that's kind of his details for the next month. So thank you for letting me take your time.
Dear Ruth has been gracious enough to let me finish the prayer, because the last verse got covered up with an eagle. All right. And this is the most important. Now we turn our thoughts to the Creator. Himself is known to us in the great mystery, and we know that people take care and respect of his creations. And we see that all things are faithful to their duties and to instructing them. Therefore, we gather our minds into one and give thanks to the Creator. Now our minds are at one. Thank you. Very good.
All right, so please get your tickets out. as we welcome Kathy Birch with today's 50-50. $31. $1,332. All right, Joni. Joni wins today. Very good. And Joni gave back 20 for the club. And now a warm welcome for our Sergeant at Arms, Doug Conroe. What?
Yes, I see him on the agenda. Thank you. Those whom I wish to recognize are not here today, but we will save it for another day. Thankfully, however, we do have a bit to feed the pot here. Appreciate it from Amy and Dan, who had to leave early today or are in the process of leaving as we talk. And Dan gave me an early happy buck announcement. On your tables, you will find the marketing brochure for the workshop that's coming up the day of our evening meeting. So you can go to it in the afternoon and not have any conflict with our meetings. Dan encourages everyone, every organization to take advantage of this opportunity with the chamber. So that being said, who should I inquire of if they've read the latest Rotary magazine? Now, past President Kevin always wanted to encourage reading of the magazine. I know Sally reads it, so I can't ask her, but Courtney, I'm sure you're into it. Okay. There's an article in there about shelter boxes that Rotary partnered with the Shelter Box organization. So might you know where Rotary partnered and how quickly those boxes got to the catastrophe? Well, it's similarly thought, but actually it's Turkey and Syria after the earthquake. So thank you. And it's been a while, been a long while. And we need some money for the pot to end up the year. This is the last collection of the year. So if you're not wearing your Rotary pin today, come forward. And Madam President-elect, we'll turn it over to you for other happy bucks.
I was wondering when we were going to have another one of those.
I'll start. Last weekend, I had the privilege of playing in the 52nd Italian American. That brings back a great memory of a good friend of ours from a while back named Sam Palladino, who was a chairman. There's only been about 10. And Sam always was always the stylish dresser, and he always wore red pants at the IA. We miss him, and we love him. And we'll do it again next year.
He says they've raised 1.6 million.
Well, I have one for the not having the pin on. But I just want to let you know that a lot of people are questioning us at the Gazette. The Gazette is alive. I'm slowing down. And so the paper is coming out bi-weekly now until the end of the year, or if I get a buyer. But this paper is 24 pages. So we get more pages every other week. So it's just getting to the point where, you know, I really need a little more help. So that's what we've been doing. So that's that. So there we go. Thanks.
Any other happy bucks? If not, I'll let Stacy stand up and welcome her back to introduce our speaker.
All right, I'm gonna make this, okay. Joy Reiss is a sound and energy
Aim it at you.
healing facilitator. She brings to us a Tibetan bowl, a crystal singing bowl, and her largest gong. These instruments are used to heal through their vibrations and frequencies. I will let Joy tell us all about wellness awakening right now. Thank you.
Good afternoon. A bunch of happy faces. Are we full enough? Okay, good, because the gong is going to knock it right out of you. I am a healing, sound and healing facilitator. I present the bowls and I don't do the healing myself. The instruments do the healing for me. Today, we will be listening to all these instruments and the big gong there. The Tibetan bowl. This is my Saturn bowl. This is just my regular Tibetan bowl. And my gong, the crystal bowls, and I have many more instruments that I use on people that come to my facility. When I am using these instruments on a client, they bring forth clearer consciousness for the people, a deeper sense of peace and well-being, and a little bit of aches and pain go away. Oh, at the mouth. Okay, how's that? Better? Okay. Correct sound frequencies can enhance and resonate through the body, restoring balance and harmony to physical, emotional, and spiritual selves. If we accept that sound is vibration, and we know that vibration touches every part of the physical being, then we understand that sound is not only heard through the ears, but also felt through every cell in the body. So you say to me, what is sound healing exactly? Through the portal of sound, vibration, and frequencies, a pathway is established to healing individuals internally on all levels. Based on these practices, the facilitator, like me, can stimulate the immune system response, the brain-heart coherence, regulate underlying emotions, adults and childhood trauma. Exploration of this ancient form of healing is a modern approach to the healing well-being of all mankind. So with that being said, the future of sound healing is in Chicago County here. Sound and healing energy became mainstream, is becoming mainstream. It is not a fad or a passing trend. It helps. It has been used for centuries long ago in different cultures around the world, and now it's back. It's bigger and better. The growth includes successful adaptations in the fields of traditional healthcare and senior care. More important is worldwide range of young people finding benefits from this process, and the field is expanding to veterans, cancer victims, and those of domestic violence, adults and children. Would you like to hear some sound? Yeah. These are my crystal bowls. This is, they come, there's 7 of them total. They come with, does anybody know what the chakras are? No. Yes, okay, good. This is called the sacral. It is a a D note. The sacral area in the body is right below your belly button. This is an F note crystal bowl. It is the heart. And we all know where the heart is. This one is the A note. It is the throat. I also have one larger than this. It is the root, which is your tailbone. I have the solar plex, which is your stomach, the third eye, all knowing and seeing, and your crown chakra is over your head. Ah. When I'm doing an individual healing, I use all these instruments, and I also use tuning forks. I use Japanese chimes. I use an American Indian hand drum and an ocean drum. And all these together make the body relax. You're not stressed when you leave at all. As a matter of fact, I have to wake some people up. They get very relaxed. And I can heal so many different types of people. I recently had a 45-year-old Down syndrome man. He was in a group home, and he came, along with his family, he came to me, and we just did a group healing. He sat in a chair, reclined, and I used the gongs on him and these instruments here. And when I got finished, he stood up out of the chair and all he said was, wow. He kept saying that all the way out the door. Wow. I said, how do you feel? He goes, wow. So I said, okay, that's good. Wow is a good thing. So he'll be back. He says, can I come back? I said, you absolutely can. So he felt good. And that was important. He had let's see, what ear was it? He had a right ear problem. It's pretty typical of a Down syndrome person. And I put the tuning fork right behind his ear, and he was able to hear it, which was very good. I knew he would be able to hear it because he couldn't hear it out here. And his left ear was fine. This is what a tuning fork looks like. You know, back way before X-rays were even invented, the tuning fork was used to determine whether you had a broken bone. Yes, it was. That's how they knew before they had X-rays. And it does a lot more than, it can heal a broken bone, but not in the beginning of the broken bone when it's first broken. Later on during the healing process, because it will hurt. And we don't want anybody to hurt. So, do you have any questions so far? The little bowl, it's a Tibetan bowl also. It's a higher pitch. No, I believe, let's see. It is a D. It's a D note. And this one mostly sings, but I need two hands. Hold on. Actually, at night, I have a smaller, I have a smaller Tibetan bowl. I have 2 dogs I put to sleep with that. It's bedtime. Good night. I'm going to go to the gong. It's fairly self-explanatory. You might want to move. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to move. It's a strong vibration. So you don't have to go that far. It's not that bad. Made out of 7 different minerals, metals, brass, nickel, whole bunch, whatever metals you can think of. There's 7 different ones. Yeah. This one is made in China by way of Nebraska. There is a gong shop in Nebraska that imports these. Lincoln, Nebraska.
But it seems to me like it has different, say resonances as different places on the gong. Yeah.
I'm in a center. Yes. She asked me if I had neighbors. Yeah, yeah, well, I do, but they don't hear it. Yeah. She wants to know how I determine what instruments I use. On an individual, I go over the whole body with one of these. I know you know what? When you're laying on the my table that I use, and I just put the bowl in my hand. I start at your feet. I cling the bowl and I go over it, and it'll tell me which one of your chakras are good, too high, or too low. And this takes place in 3 different levels on your body: your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. And that's what I attempt to heal with these, with the bowl. And it tells me, okay, let's say your heart, let's say it's resonating too quickly. Doesn't mean it's beating quickly. It's just high, full of energy. I take the bowl and I lift that energy out until it becomes even with the rest of the chakras. Yeah. And same with the emotional and the spiritual. You're welcome. Yes. Yes, there are. He wants to know how I got trained to do this. There is such thing called the internet. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. But there is a school in England, Cornwall, England. It's called the Sound Healing Academy. And when I was doing my search, that resonated with me the most. And it took me, well, since I wasn't working at a job outside the home, I was able to do it in 6 months, as they give you a year and a half to finish the course. I had to do 2 videos and they had to be live and I had to do 25 case studies. So it was a process, and I do have a diploma and I'm considered a sound healing practitioner. Yeah. 85 East Fairmount in Lakewood, next to that nice furniture store. Yes. 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 Oh, yes. Good thing. Mhm. No, I deal with the emotions, a lot of emotion. Recently, I had a war veteran, and he still has PTSD from decades ago. We worked on that. His helicopter was shot down. There were 8 in the helicopter. He was the only one that survived. What does he have? Guilt. He has a ton of guilt after all the years, and he cannot drive. He just gets, he cannot drive. And so we're working on that. Nothing's ever silent, but nothing's ever silent. There's no quiet. Usually when I'm working on a person, they will talk to me. And I listen. That's important. And with the psychology end of it, like with you have, are you still practicing? No. Oh, okay. I was going to say, a lot of psychologists these days are using crystals. They hold the crystals, their patients hold the crystals. And I know of 2 that are now using small gongs, not gongs, I'm sorry, Tibetan bowls during their session. And it's helping greatly. Oh, yeah. Any other questions? Yes, hi. My gong? No. Yeah. No, they're not exactly inexpensive. But they do have smaller ones that are affordable, but it just doesn't do well in my theory of sound, because it has to resonate quite a bit. Yeah. I have in a group therapy, I have people lying on the floor or sitting in reclined chairs, like 0 gravity chairs. And whether you're on the floor, whether you're in a chair, it resonates right through your body. And it does go all the way to your cellular, and it heals. Yeah. You want some more of this?
Thank you so much, Joy. This is wonderful, and encourage people to stay and listen, but you have some materials up here.
I do. I have cards and rack cards here, and I am by appointment only. You just can't walk in and say, hey, I need a healing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, yeah, thank you so much. This is very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. So one of Rotary's major international programs is the eradication of polio. And we now in the whole world, and in honor and thanks for your presentation today, we will make a donation in your name that will vaccinate 4 children against who will then never experience polio in their lives.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Remember Rotary's this year's theme, Rotary International, Imagine Rotary. And do something for the golf tournament. And we're adjourned. Thank you.